G'day there, gang. Welcome back to the Melilla save. Still haven't thought of a decent name for it yet. It's day after Boxing Day here, so Merry Christmas if you celebrate to your all, or whatever you did over the last few days. I hope you had an absolute ball. Anyway, I'm here. I'm still a bit tired. Still not feeling 100%. Actually, no, I'm feeling all right, to be honest. But I'm just feeling lazy and holiday-ish, and the cricket hasn't started yet, so I figured let's get into the Malaya save and do a bit of that. Right, so how have we been going? I've played right through till January, and we are 6 on the table now. We were doing a bit better than that. As you can see, there's an absolute traffic jam here at the top of the ladder, right down to 7th, 4 points cover the entirety of the Spanish second group 5. Spanish Federation second group 5. Right, so how it works, I got it wrong. It's not the HC or whatever I was saying. There's like 5 groups in this tier. And then in I think there's the first tier A and first tier B. And then La Liga. So we're 4th tier. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It's a pyramid system. It pyramids earlier than the English system. That's all and spreads out. So think of it like that. How you have the Venom Arm and North and South feed into one league. So this is what we're doing. I'll probably explain that really badly. In fact, I know I did, but never mind. Let's get into it. So results prize. Oh, God, it could have been better. It could have been better if I am honest with you guys. We were doing pretty well. Had a couple of losses here, but then managed to get back on the horse. We did have a fair streak, I want to say, at one stage. No, it's the Birmingham save that I was on the streak. Look, I thought we were doing all right. We're beating the teams that we should be beating. However, this has put a bit of a dent in team morale, having the draw, then the loss here, as did these 2 losses here. But we seem to be doing all right. So, like I said, we're only that couple of points off sitting 6 on the ladder. And we're only 2 points off our opponents in the first game that we'll see today in Villanovense. If you are a Spanish speaker and you do pick up any of this, please feel free to try and spell it in phonetic English if you can for me in the comments. Because, yeah, some of these names are going to get past me. And I'll do my best, but it's half the reason why we have fun playing Football Manager, is because you learn these things about other clubs and how to get your mouth around words and names that you wouldn't normally say. Rightio, how have we been going player-wise? Let's have a little bit of a look here as we go into the team selection screen. As you can see, Danny Garcia absolutely scoring for fun. This gentleman has an eye for goal, as well as being a creative for his teammates, providing 4 assists. He is pretty much the perfect pressing forward here, playing next to Enrique. Now, Enrique rates really well, again, because of the creativity partly, but only the 5 goals from the 11 starts here. Look, I wouldn't normally be unhappy with a goal every second game, but there's people knocking down the door here. Ababici actually got going and got a couple of goals. Sanande, both in and out of the team. These guys were developing all right, and as happens when you play youngsters in the first team, they have a couple of bad games and their development slows down for various reasons. Ababici hasn't come along as much as I'd like. In fact, he's actually dropped down to 1.5 star now from the 2-star he was earlier in the season. So that is going to be something to keep an eye on. He may need to go out and loan for his own good. So we'll have a look at that. Coincidentally, the transfer window starts too very soon. This is the last game before the mid-season break, so 18th of December. So then we'll be coming back from the rest of the episode with the transfer window. Who else has been playing well? Good. Gonzalez, as predicted, really, really good. A 7.08, but only the 2 assists in that Mazzala, and no goals in that Mazzala on attack role. With his stats, I would hope for a little bit better. Unfortunately, it hasn't been the case. And yes, well, I don't know. There are people interested in him in a transfer, so if Andorra do come in and make a bid for him, he can go and play for Andorra. because that would free up a lot of wage. He's on 2.2k. I could get a whole heap of not quite as good, but almost as youngsters in here, and we can do things that way, and would still come in under the wage budget. I mean, I'm about a K over at the moment, so that would fix that problem and bring some transfer budget into the club, which I could also put into wages or actually perhaps go and buy a youngster. The scouts have been slowly churning in some results, and there are some people that are on that list that we'll look at a bit later on in the episode, if I remember. That would be good replacements for these guys. Abbo and Martin, he's been good also as predicted. The rating a bit lower than he plays when you start to, like, when you watch him play on field. Like, he's always that dude that's in the right spot, and the ball-winning midfielder that you want. He's in there breaking up the play in the middle and doing all that sort of stuff. I'm still persisting on the inside forward role here. Santos done all right since coming back there. I mean, he rates okay out here, but he's just not putting up the numbers. I mean, I just like, Sanande seems to get a shot off on goal every time we put him in there. Perez, who we'll talk about in a second, also, you know, when he goes in there, he seems to look pretty good. Garcia, when we push Garcia forward, plays well there. I have decided on Garcia back here for the moment. That the wing back on, I think I've got him on support at the moment. Yeah, that wing back on support over with the overlap instruction there past Santos and these two gentlemen here. Absolutely great. A lot of our goals do come from the left-hand side there, as predicted. But we also got Nunez over here. He plays well. Yeah, we're a pretty good side, really. A bit better than I thought we'd be, to the point where I really don't have room for Adrian Gill in the team at the moment. Had a couple of bad results, a couple of bad ratings. And then, who was it? Suarez came back from injury, and we just struggled to play him after that. But Danny Garcia is the hero of the team at the moment by far. And yeah, none of the new signings really to win either my favour or the favour of the fans of Melilla in general. The only other real thing I want to point out is I've started training Sergio Perez as a central midfielder. Yeah, it's not ideal, but I think he'll be better in that Mazzala role, central midfielder, if we can get it to take. I know he's 25 and he already plays a whole heap of other positions, so he might be, not according to this he's not, but he might be potential capped to learn a new position. So it's something we have to keep an eye on, but otherwise, yeah, he fills in bits and pieces and doesn't really get a game. No one really else to mention, really, that's really grabbed my eye other than Garcia and Gonzalez's ongoing good ratings without really... Oh, I haven't introduced the team properly yet. Without really... What's the word for I'm looking for? Without really showing it on the scoreboard, you know? Only 2 assists from Mazzala on attack, 2 assists with no goals. Yeah. If you're looking at the stats and his ratings, I mean, his pass completion and everything is good, and he's involved in a lot of key passes, and that's where that comes from. So, yeah, I've kind of torn. So we'll quickly introduce the team. It's Skeletto in goal, Garcia, Moses, Serrano, and Romero as the back four. Santos, Gonzalez, Martin, and Nunez across the middle, and Enrique and Garcia starting up front. Yes, I know they are. Serrano had a long-term injury. A couple of other people had a little bit in and out of the team with injury, but on the whole, it hasn't been too bad. I think Suarez re-injured not long after he come back to the team, but that we got through that pretty quickly. And we've got plenty of depth in the back four anyway, without having to worry about an injury. Rightio. So who have we got here? I don't know a lot about these guys. Yeah. The scouting information's like, as with the level of scouts we've got and the data analysts we've got, is pretty basic, as you can imagine. But I'm much more comfortable facing this than I am facing the as Leluja would call it, the flat back seven. All right, Solero. puts the ball in, but our guys are there to deal with it. Santos is out now. Well, they're going to give him a second chance, but Salcedo is all over it, and we get the chance to redistribute. All right, here we go. Garcia, you watch. No, Gonzalez. Oh, Gonzalez through to Enrique. Enrique skies it. I think he might have been offside anyway. No, it's a goal kick. So yeah, there's plenty of that. I'm not sure what it is. Is it that I really don't have that super lethal? Oh, that's a penalty. You fucking kidding me? Here we go. What are they going to do with this? Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's... Oh, he's guessed the right way. It's gone past. Whether Gonzalez is just... He's that little bit too good for this league, maybe? And it's like, because I don't have that clinical lethal striker on the end of those sort of balls, that he's coming across not as good. But... yeah, see, but look at that again, 7.1. So he's there. He's involved in the key passes. He's got good pass completion. He's influential on the game in general, and hence he rates well constantly. Nunez cuts inside on his wrong foot. Garcia, see, there's that overlap from Garcia. I like it. And there's Danny Garcia at the far post. It's Garcia to Garcia. Garcia times 2, and it is the equaliser here for Melilla. That's good stuff indeed. This run from Nunez was lovely, and he just finds Garcia completely unmarked, Mig Garcia, and he finds his brother Danny. They're probably not brothers, I'm just going to say they are, on the back stick, and we are away again, and it's parity here at half time. Jeez. Rightio, we're going to pump fists. Actually, no, we're going to outstretch the arms. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to pump fists. We're going to pump fists. Right, everyone's focused. Right, when Garcia plays well, we tend to go really, really well. He is also a very influential player, but I'm liking the ratings across the board here, except Enrique. It continues to trouble me, Enrique. There is no reason why he shouldn't be nailing down that spot as our out-and-out number 9 up front, and he just fails. Oh, Romero slides in. Martin, back to Romero. Romero puts Nunez through. Nunez across. Garcia. Easy. Flag stays down. 2 goals for Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia has a good dance on the touchline. Good on him as well. This is a good build-up play here. This ball from Romero finding Nunez was just luxurious. And then first time in for Garcia. And that, he just taps it away. That's 2 for Danny Garcia now. Can we get a hat-trick up for him? Let's see. This gets to the top of the table side, guys. So this is huge stakes here. This will probably put us, or give us a chance of being top of the table at the end of the round, depending on other results. But it certainly cuts the gap to the top side in the competition from us anyway. 2 points covering those 8 sides there in the league. Oh, Garcia's through. There it is. Oh, he almost got his hat-trick. He had his chance. There's only 2 points covering everyone in the league, so it is a pretty tight league here. Right, do you know what? I think I've seen enough of Enrique for today. And as you can see, fatigue is a bit of a problem. You can see Nunez has had a bit of time out injured, so he's a little fresher. Likewise, Garcia here. You know what? We might just leave it another 10 minutes and see if we can get a goal out of Enrique. No, his rating's dropping. I'm done. You're done, son. Sorry, mate. Radio. On comes Ababici. Who else is not playing great? Yeah, Santos. So yeah, come the young kids. You know, it's like I said, these two should be nailing down their spot as the experienced players in those 2 positions. And despite the indifferent performances from the 2 young kids, they continue to struggle to nail down their spots. They really both should be locks for their positions. And yeah, Gonzalez is shot. Rightio. I'm not going to bring on Muniz. Now, Muniz has been good off the bench, to be fair. But I do want to get some minutes into Perez playing in the middle there. And I'm not sure if this is the opportunity in this a bigger game, though. So we are going to bring Muniz on. And yeah, he's actually been quite good off the bench, considering, like, yeah, look at that. He's not at the end of his career, he's the reliable veteran more than the game winner for us, but he has been very much that reliable veteran when we've brought him on. Rightio, do I want to make any further changes here? Now's probably the time if we're going to do it. No, we're going to resist the chance to use all our subs. There is no need to use them all. The kids are on. That's the main thing. Right, let's pump fists. Try to see the result out. Right, get out there and sort it. Right, I'd like to see Abavici and Sanande on the ball here because I'd like to show them for camera because it's one of those cases of when you do see them, like they kind of do the like. Bitchy's always in the right spot, but doesn't quite have the composure for the finish yet. And Sanande causes problems, but isn't quite surgical enough with that pass. But we're not going to see any of that. In fact, we're not going to get any further highlights at all. And then their ratings, especially Bitchy. Jeez, that is not helping his development. That's good from Sanande though, and hopefully will arrest the slide. But considering we've conceded a goal here, that is very good ratings from our back four. Very good indeed. This is definitely our best two here, Moses and Serrano. And yeah, like I said, the more I play Garcia back here, the more I'm sold that he is a solution. Again, as called, Muniz, very good off the bench. And a very disappointing Enrique and Santos. Rightio, I'm going to go through all this now, and we are going to... I guess we'll come back to you in the middle of the transfer windows, and I'll just like pop in and out during the transfer window and keep you appraised as to what's going on. We're going to send the arse man to that. We have been doing some press conferences off camera, but I really don't see the point. Rightio. So we've got the week off now for mid-season, and then we've got a friendly against Lincoln. So what match are we going to come back to before? Anyway. I'll bring you another match later. We'll work out what it is on the fly. Let's hope we can do something about this overspending on wages in the transfer window and at the same time somehow magically strengthen the squad. Well, we all know this is lies, don't we? This never goes this way. Oh, not quite. As I say, an A across the board intake. We play wide midfielders. Everyone needs centre backs. Everyone needs keepers. We could do with a winger. Striker would be nice. Wing backs. Yeah, we could work around that. I bet you they're all shit, though. Right, we've run into the first of our problems of overspending. Excuse me. First of our problems from overspending on our wage budget here. Danny Garcia wants like 900 a week. Probably going to get it from another club. We can't afford any of this. The most that we can give him is 230. So we're going to have to walk away from talking him down to potentially getting him down to this sort of thing. Like we can't even offer him a realistic sort of money to knock him back. So I think Gonzalez has to go if the interest comes in. I mean, the transfer window starts today. So, but the worrying thing is Garcia's contract runs out in 6 months, and if someone else comes in and offers him a contract now, I think I'm a bit boned as for keeping him on. Anyway, these are the trials and tribulations of lower league management, so I'm going to get back to it. The only other thing that's happened since is that we played a friendly where we had a testimonial, just a bit of match fitness and that sort of stuff. We're about to go play another friendly now, and, well, we'll be back to you when some more transfer news happens. Just to rub a bit of salt into the wind here. We've been scored on by Calvo. How dare he? I mean, how very dare he? Jesus Christ. Right, so it turns out it was a super boring transfer window. We thought we'd got rid of Gonzalez for 80,000, I think it was, at Sporting Gion. He was interested, and then he couldn't agree to a contract. Must have been asking for too much money, and we were stuck with him. In the interim, we lined up this guy, Old Mato here, to replace him. Look, we've got him to the end of next season, so he's one of the young guys that is actually a lock on one of these low contracts through the next season. Look, I think he's probably a better fit for this middle Mazzala role. then trying to shoehorn Sergio Perez into there. So his place in the squad has come at the expense of Javi Diaz here. So yeah, there's really not a lot to talk about. I tried to loan out a few. I made extra offers. I'd offered this guy out like bejesus, like various different things with lower fees, but sell on. I mean, he's 90,000. Problem is his contract runs out in 4 months. So no matter what we do, we're a little bit, it's not going to quite work for him. So also in the meantime, we drew a 1 match and lost another. We did lose to Naval Canero, which was disappointing, and well, drew against the other team as well, their name escapes me at the moment, but they were both higher on the table than these guys. So hopefully we can go and run over Cerdanola? Cerdanola? I think it'd be Care, wouldn't it? Cerdanola? I don't know. Spanish does my head in. Anyway, Salcido in goal. Danny Martin, Moses, Serrano, and Romero are the back four. Gonzalez and Martin in the midfield as normal. Nunez on a bit of notice here. I'd really like him to pick up his form just a bit. He does have the odd good game, but he's horribly inconsistent. But it is lower league. Wally, what are you expecting here? We're pushing Garcia up further forward due to a few bad games from Sarande. So we're going to sit Sarande out there. And Enrique and Danny Garcia up front. We did have a brief injury scare with Garcia, but it's all sorted. It was only the briefest of brief injuries, and he was back ready to go before the start of the next game. We also had to sit our keeper out for one game and play the backup, and that actually went all right. So no dramas there. Pedro Astray. What a great name. What a great name. I want him on my team. Rightio, let's get into this. This is a match we should be winning, boys. All right. I think I'm starting to lose the dressing room a bit here. I think the honeymoon is over. And they're all coming towards the end of their contracts. And, I mean, this whole team could walk away and I could be left with nothing at the end of the season. So I really need to push for this promotion, I think. With this promotion secured, I think I can do something about securing some extra coin to sign some of our... I mean, if we do go through and get promoted, I'd love to hold on to Gonzalez for another season. But I just don't see how we do that when we're paying him so much that we can't afford to pay anyone else more than £230 a week. It's really backed into a corner financially here, and it is going to be an interesting part of the rest of the save. Right, we are going to make a change or two here, I think, to the tactics. Hang on. We're going to stop overlapping on the right here. So we're playing a winger there. All right. So let's stop overlapping on the right. And let's stop with the focus play down the wings. And let's just let things play out naturally. And let's let the boys off the leash a bit. Just a bit. We're already back the passing back to standard over the course of things. Just to try and hold a little bit more of the ball. Seemed to be going well for a while, but we seem to be struggling to get on the scoreboard of late. Hello, phone. Rightio. Garcia runs through the middle. Oh, he takes a shot himself, Garcia, and he gives the ball up to Durian. Stinky Fruit kicks the ball forward. Nunez. Romero tries to put it through, but there's just no one home there. Serrano stands up strong in defence, starting to settle back into the team after his injury. Serrano, he was quiet for a while. And there was another brief flirt with Gil. Garcia's in here, and Garcia finds the goal. Beautiful stuff there. And there was a bit of a flirt with Gil at the back there because Serrano's form coming back wasn't great. But again, Gil failed to take his opportunity when it was given to him, and Serrano eventually edged him out 1-0 at half-time. I'm very happy with this so far. Yes, we definitely can find another gear. And let's go out there and find it immediately, gentlemen. That'd be great, thank you. Right. Moses finds Danny Martin and Garcia. Oh, Garcia's experience. He's so good there. I just wish he had a right foot to speak of, because he would be absolute dynamite there. Right, Nunez. Again, Nunez. all the way into the box. Nunez picks it up again. He's kicked in the box, and it's a penalty, and Garcia will get a chance to convert from the spot to make it 2-0 here for us. I've said it. What did I have to say that for? D. Garcia puts the ball over the top of Sergio, and it is 2-0. Rightio, this is a little bit more like how we'd been playing in between episodes, guys, because, right, Gotti goes in long, but Salcedo and 3 of our players were the closest ones to that cross. I'm not sure that's gone where he wanted it. Durian puts the ball forward again, but again, Moses is awake to it. Right, Danny Martin. Oh, there is much less of, he's clattered there, but he stands up. Martin does well. Gonzalez plays a lovely ball through to Enrique, but Enrique is just a little bit slow on the uptake. But we reload and we go again. This time through Romero and Nunez down the right flank. Now, Nunez with that little bit of extra space to run to. Does well, Nunez. And Garcia helps himself to a second after a comedy of errors by their defense. I mean, what's going on there? Right, we've got the first one here with Nunez. Nunez just like, he tries to put the ball through, and he just takes the ball straight off Durian. He takes too long. And then Marty there, yeah, his keeper's not going to be happy with him. No, he's not. The keeper's got his head in his hands, and so he should. Right, it's 3-0 here. It's time to think about bringing the kids on. Yeah. I'll sort that, please. Rightio, what are we going to do here? We are going to bring off Garcia for Saranda. Rightio, yes, I'd like to bring Gonzalez off, please, for Olmedo because he needs a match time. Danny Martin having a stinker at the back here. Santos plays defender? No, he doesn't. That's unfortunate. There's Moses playing on the left. One of these guys plays on the left a bit, I think. Actually, I'm wrong. We've got only one defender short here, I think. Yeah, we have. Yeah, I meant to bring in, take Perez out and bring in Gil. Damn. All right. Well, you're going to have to stay on, Martin. You're lucky. You've been given a stay of execution. I know how we're going to do this. Yeah, that fixes that problem. Gonzalez off for Olmedo. Right, yeah, let's get all this right that we had done last time. Who else is knackered back here? The centre backs are just going to have to deal with it. So what we might do, we might bring Pepe in for do this and then do that. There we go. And do I bring Bichi on? Yeah, Enrique's not playing great, so on comes Bichi as well. Shown a lot of faith in Bichi, and he really hasn't. Right, get out there. Go and have some fun. And they're all taking the piss. Rightio. We'll get. I've stopped it during the highlight here. It's a cardinal sin. They say that you erased the goal by doing this, but never mind. All right, astray. Perhaps that's where our goal's gone. It's gone astray straight down the middle of the park. Someone do something. Just let him run. Oh, my giddy aunt. Jeez. Rightio, let's try again. Miguel Garcia on the free kick. Gives it to Saranda. Saranda can't quite get it in. He tries to jam it into the top corner there, but the keeper is well onto it. And, it's away again. Look, 3-0. I'm reasonably happy. I mean, I can smell an FMing here. Oh, that's a great save by Salcedo. Beautiful stuff, my man. Absolutely brilliant stuff. At full stretch to his left, he taps the ball around the person's post, and the stinky fruit puts the ball in. And he can't get any further. Right. Martin is done. We'll replace him. Just get all the fresh legs out there we can. Stinky fruit again with another one. And this time, Peroni puts the ball in. That's Duran. No, he's from the band. It's half of Duran putting the ball in. I thought it was Durian, Stinky Fruit, but it's Duran. Well, dearie me. Well, no clean sheet bonus, I guess. There's a bright side to this. Right, come on, guys. Don't concede in that one, please. Let's not. I said let's not. Moha. Oh, Salcedo. Salcedo had an absolute blinder in the last game as well. I think he ended up with like a 7.2 or a 7.3 or something like that. Made numerous really good staves again. Right, half of Duran. Duran puts the ball in again. And Peroni again. And we're just... Someone would like to perhaps defend him on the corners, please, gentlemen. That would be a little bit more to my liking. Right, Bitchy brings the ball down there. Does well. Finds Nunez. Garcia is offside here. No, the flag stays down. Garcia has done well. Well, they're going to credit Nunez and Garcia with that, but Ababici brings the ball down really well here. Look at this. The young fella jumps in the air, keeps the ball down. He's rejected the contract for next year with us, so we really need to get some of this contract, some of these expensive wages off the contract so we can keep our young folk. But it is a good finish by Garcia nonetheless. But I do believe that is Bitchy's goal, and I'll tell him so after the game. Right, we've done well there according to XG. We've just taken our opportunities and they haven't. 4 goals from Danny Garcia. Wow. There you go. I didn't even notice that. I was so engrossed in the commentary there that I didn't even notice he'd put 4 in. Well, it's also very hot and sweaty here. I can't stop. 38 degrees here today in Adelaide, Australia, and very warm, even with the air conditioner on down this end of the house. And we're outstretched the arms. That was very good. I'm quite happy with everyone there. Garcia did well until I moved him, so I really can't be too upset with that. All right, we're going to plough through a few more games now, especially now that the transfer window's open. If it looks like we're going to playoffs, it might be playoffs. We come back to you next. If it looks like a outright promotion battle by finishing top, we'll have a look at it that way as well. My name's Waylands. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.